from Huntington Bank Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. And the Golden Gophers ready to kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Martin. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions offense will be first on the attack. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games.
Snags it, and there's running room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Nittany Lions right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wallace. There's a crease. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On the run, it's Wallace. Turning it on! And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Beck. Plucks it out of the air. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Golden Gophers offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Drake Lindsey. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Walsh. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Taylor has it. Got enough for the first. Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
Trying to run, it's Taylor. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? It's complete to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to... And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give is to Taylor. Could be an outie. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To the air, it's Lindsey. Bringing the heat. Throws to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Defense has to be better on third down getting a pass rush. He had way too much time to throw that football and found a wide-open target deep down the field on third and long. That is inexcusable if you're on defense.
Off play action on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
Now the play fake. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They'll give it on the counter. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Pressure coming. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the Kiwi overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Oh, they're after him. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long. The Nittany Lions have it with a first and 10. Headed for the corner, it's Wallace. It'll be a game. Sets up second and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. Down to the 25-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
Makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Send the tight end in motion. The hand to the running back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Quickly to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The run inside. It's Taylor. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. Snowed under by the defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He lets one fly deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking outside, it's Wallace. Picked up 8 yards there. 3rd down and 2.
love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He makes the grab. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Shakes off the defender. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. He's at the 10.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Looking for the end zone. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside, it's Taylor. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Taylor has it. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. Let's start with Memphis taking on the number 25 team, the USF Bulls.
And the Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Caught up with the Golden Gophers head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll keep it on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. On the move, it's Hansen. Picks up the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down. Looking to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Lets it fly. He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's 3rd down.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
The screen game for this offense, man, it's a feel thing, like when to call it and when you can anticipate somebody being aggressive, and they pick the right time, man. They hit the defense, 3rd down, big play, slip it right behind the linebackers.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wallace. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaking up and down on the field. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Beck. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
The run inside. It's Taylor. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. With the catch, it's held. Could not make his way to the corner.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Under fire. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if this...
Hits the afterburners. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. A massive play for the offense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast...
Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. Inside the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Sowell. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down.
Makes the grab in their space. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll operate out of split backs. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Snagged out of the air.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rush is on him. It's complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Under fire. He's got it.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Catch in the middle, it's Tracy. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Golden Gophers are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thompson.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
On the ground, it's Martin. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
It's complete to the right. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal, after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called by the Golden Gophers, and that's their last one. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Sowell. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if